Welcome to Gaming Fin, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and the financial markets. And my friends, today we talk about that actually the gaming industry stocks or the video game stocks that are massively underperforming the overall market, or let's say especially the European market and the American tech market. And hey, we're actually in this game to make money. So if our stocks are underperforming, then we have to ask ourselves, is this the right way to invest? Is it smart to invest in gaming companies? Or do we think that those stocks are performing better in the future? So therefore, guys, we will talk about this. So I'm also very happy actually here to see that my channel gets a little bit more popular. So I'm very happy about this, and I want to thank each and every person that is watching my channel here to see the latest videos. So it looks actually already pretty nice. So thank you for this. All right, my friend. So I have a lot of different stocks and charts we can jump into. But before we do this, I want to talk about this underperforming, overperforming issue. So this is the Fun Act video gaming and esports ETF. So you can get it in most Western countries. You can purchase it, and it also exists now as a UCITS, meaning that you can also purchase it in most European Union countries. So now comes the funny part. So before we jump to another chart that I want to show you. So these are the holdings. So if you look a bit closer here in the holdings, you see that actually Nvidia Corporation is part of the video game esports ETF. Therefore, actually, with 13%, they're going to perform much better. So I was also holding Nvidia and was unfortunately selling them too early because I thought something is not really adding up here. So, but of course, they're like this. I missed a lot of opportunity gains. And then the second stock here is Advanced Media Devices, and then Nintendo comes as a very popular stock this year as well. Tencent is a massively not popular stock, so this is not a not popular stock, and probably this would be a much bigger position in the ETF if they would have performed a little bit better. And then we have C, an Applovin Corporation, NetEase. So you see again, no pun intended, again stocks that are a bit gaming. So NetEase definitely a gaming company. C is also a little bit a gaming company, but others are the gaming companies we're talking about now. Electronic Arts is a gaming company. Capcom is a gaming company. Take-Two gaming company. But here you see in this ETF, they're actually not so much invested in these gaming companies. So some of them we can also check a little bit more in detail if you're interested. So now I come to the chart that I want to show you. So this is the chart. So here in blue, it's the Fun Act ETF, so on 5 years, and in yellow, this is the Nasdaq 100. Now we see actually in the let's say on 1 year, so one full year, not year to date. Oh, let's make a year to date maybe. So on a year to date, the Nasdaq in general performed 9% better. On 1 year, the Nasdaq performed 50% better. There you see actually how bad the gaming industry was performing in 1 year. In 5 years, 22 to 50%. But now keep in mind, my friends, that actually here, as I said, that part of where is it? Yeah, that Nvidia and Advanced Micro Devices, so those companies where we're going crazily up, they are actually part of the Fun Act Gaming ETF. So therefore, we see a massive underperformance of the gaming stock market. So, what are we doing now, guys? I mean, look at our favorite stocks we talk about here in my videos a lot. So it's Ubisoft, CD Projekt, and Embracer. Why I'm talking about the stocks? Because they were kind of the stocks where I expect actually, if they survive, I always have to put this caveat. So if they survive, I expect a lot of opportunities in the stock. With Embracer, recently I got a little bit more worried because it seems, or there are rumors having, that they're going to sell a lot of their important studios that make, in my opinion, the most important games for this company. So if they are selling this, fine, they get money, they can pay off their debt, but you don't have those IPs anymore. You don't have those studios anymore. Gearbox, Saber Interactive, so they are very important for this company if they're selling. So I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know if this stock might go to 13 Swedish krona, or even fall to 8, 9 Swedish krona. So therefore, looking at it right now, and also on Friday, 2.76% down. So we broke actually through another resistance to the downside line that I was drawing here. My friends, honestly, I'm very pessimistic. So now you can be a contrarian to me. Then you say, well, if Mr. Orange is pessimistic, if Mr. Orange is negative, then probably it's going up. So actually, I should be sometimes contrary to myself. But hey, my friends, this doesn't look good, and I think we go lower. I think we go lower. Of course, I would not short the stock. A stock like this, you don't short. You don't short a stock here that is coming from 130 and is now at 16. You don't short it just that it's then going to be 13 or something like this. If you do this, then you're equally a little bit, how you say, out of your mind. Then Ubisoft. So if I look now at Ubisoft, so there was they really tried. The stock really tried actually to have a breakthrough in July 23, and then also in October. So the news were getting better, and then actually since November we are just falling again. So, and I have to admit, I bought some more. I averaged down my Ubisoft position, and I'm at the moment. So the next point here would be 15 euros. So I think if we go into the 15 euros, then if I look also on the bigger chart, so I see the 15 euros here in 2009 and also in 2001. The 15 euros could be very interesting. So if it goes to 15 euros, so without financial advice, my friends, don't do what I'm talking about here. Don't copy me, of course. So I think I would average down definitely at 15 euros. So shall I average down now at those 19, 20 euros? It's a very difficult question. I mean, what has changed? So, what has changed? We're going to get more layoffs. We're going to get also a restructuring program. But where are the games that we want to see? So the new Star Wars game could be a hit, but maybe it's just going to be average. I don't know. With Ubisoft also here, if we look at the numbers, so February we had the Q3 sales. So waiting actually to some new numbers. Then maybe we're going to get an idea that in which direction Ubisoft would perform in the next or in the coming month though. But there's a lot of negativity now, so I expect the stock to fall some more, but at one point I also expect a turnaround. So I mean, look at this turnaround from 2008 to 2012. It was falling to 3 euros. It was falling to 3 euros from 34 to 3 euros. So this was over 90%, guys. So, and I'm not even excluding something like this happens here too. Let's say it falls from 100 euros to 10 euros. So then 10 euros would be around about here also. Absolutely possible. Why would I exclude this? I mean, it's at the point where a big investor would just sell. One of the investors that have like some 100 millions in the stock, then we're dropping like crazy. All right, so let's talk about CD Projekt. CD Projekt, I have to say, and let's compare this chart. Look at this. Look at this chart. So nice downward trend. Here, probably downward trend. But here, we're still holding up, my friends. We're still holding up. So everyone knows my CD Projekt position is in the minus, and it's also a bigger position I have. But hey, this looks good. So if we would really sustainably getting with a Fibonacci retracement at 110 Polish zlotys if we would sustainably be keeping ourselves over it, and then let's say we get some nice announcements, and I think overall the numbers of CD Projekt also not so bad. So this is the Q3 earnings report from 28, so we should wait for the next earnings report, of course. I really love their presentations, they're so stylish. And it's amazing how they do this. So development teams engage in ongoing projects. So Phantom, the new Witcher game, Polaris, so new Witcher game, as you see. And then also the blue is Phantom Liberty. This was the expansion. Then support for Cyberpunk and Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty Ultimate Edition trends. So the new Witcher game is definitely now, since October, everyone, well, not everyone, but yeah, Molasses Flood and other project, but mostly at CD Projekt, they know the new Witcher game is going to be so incredible important. So a lot of people now working on this. So, all right, so let's go back here. CD Projekt, it looks good, and I'm not excluding. We're tiptoeing under 90. I told you this. That's possible. I think in the long term, my friends, I believe in CD Projekt. I mean, I'm still holding the stock. I'm in the minus with the stock, and I still believe in the stock. So, and guys, one thing is also my problem I have now. I have those gaming stocks at like 60,000 euros in my overall gaming portfolio. I'm not telling you now how many percentages it is of my overall stock portfolio. However, my problem is I have a lot of kind of boring stocks, and kind of also the big tech stocks that are performing like crazy. I have stocks that are now 200% up, and then I still have the gaming stocks, and they are underperforming, and this is my problem. They really underperform. So I have stocks that just went up to their highs in the pandemic times, and now I have stocks like my gaming stocks that are performing so badly. So very quickly we go through some of those smaller gaming companies. So Thunderful Group, again, 5.7% down when we look now on the 5-year chart. So it is just getting killed. It's getting devastated. So maybe here you see, maybe probably we go to the 3 Swedish krona. So, and the stock is 225 million Swedish krona. So it's around, I think that's around about 25, yeah, is it around about $25 million euros? So this is a very small company, so could go bankrupt, could be bought by someone. I don't think that they will recover so quickly. I try to better understand their business model. So I mean, it's extremely cheap. I mean, if they continue making games, and also their distribution service with Nintendo, for example. So hey, this should be way better. This stock should be way better. So, but if we look here at the income statement, then we have a negative net income of almost 600 million in December 23 for the quarter in December 23. Wow, that's of course bad, guys. That's bad. So let's see this stock bleed a little bit more. So Donut, I talked about Donut, and this is in the overall Sweet Baby campaign at the moment, and why I was talking about Donut. So because I think Donut, they do it the right way. So they're very transparent, very honest, and they're not saying, so we get just some diversity characters. No, they say our games are about diversity. And therefore, I like that. I like the company. I like their games because they're not hiding it. They're not doing it caché. So they're just talking about it. But go woke, go broke. You could apply it maybe to Don't Not Entertainment. I don't know what's wrong there. I really don't understand. It's so difficult for me to understand this company. I think they have quite some nice games, but the problem is they. Look also the revenue, 8 million. Ah, okay, minus net income, March, June. I understand this. So the numbers are not good, but 2022 positive 2.55 million up. So I mean that's not too bad, guys. That's not too bad. So also cash flow. Let's look at the cash flow. Yeah, terrible in 2022 net income, but was a little bit up. The numbers are not good, but they are not so much worth. Okay, PE ratio of 245. That's difficult to understand how this is calculated. Net profit margin in 22 of 169, in 21 mine was down again. So they are very jumpy. They're jumpy. So, and then if overall the market performs badly, like companies like Ubisoft perform badly, then of course a company like Donut Entertainment is going to be totally shattered. So not talking about Focus Entertainment today. I will make another video about this company, or Digital Bros, for example. It looks not good, and we just know one way down, and you have to imagine. So even in the pandemic highs, they were actually underperforming the pandemic high stock. So something else is with this stock. So I don't know it yet. So we're reluctant at the moment to purchase more. I mean, in 1 month we lost another 22% performance. In 6 months, the performance is 53.4%. Year to date, minus 30%. In 1 year, 36%. It's really bad, guys. It's really bad. All right, another company, Nexon, holding kind of up here. If you look on the max chart, it's all fine. We actually should see more a break up than a breakdown here from the sideways. This should actually change. So annually, 2023. Net income, positive net income. Quarterly December, the quarter in December was very negative, but overall numbers not too bad, and the overall revenue also grows. So net profit margin minus 41%. Hey, sometimes those numbers are really, they're so crazy and so jumpy that you sometimes wonder, so what is going on there? So maybe going a little bit more, maybe getting more interesting around $12, $13, but then I expect actually this stock to turn around. Remedy. So Alan Wake, the developers at Wake, terrible announcements. This was happening afterwards. So we were dropping over 20%. Now we're minus 30%. So we slightly bleed, or slightly continue to bleed out. And this is exactly what I expected. So I was not selling them because now I'm in the minus a lot, because after a drop like this, I'm not selling right now, but I'm also not buying right now more. And I think, honestly, my friends, I think we broke through some sort of an upward trend since 2018. So we should, I don't exclude 10 euros. So just technical, not on a value basis. So net profit margin minus 120%. Oof. Yeah, net income negative in 2022, and here in the June quarter, the June 2023 quarter negative, March was negative, and all the quarters before too. Wow, actually numbers really bad. I expected more. Once made a video about this, and then the latest numbers were much better. 215 million. So penny stock. Playtika on Friday 1.13% up. For 5 days, 4% down. On 1 month, like 5% down. 6 months, almost 30% down. Year to date, 15% down. 1 year, 21% down. And then 5 years. And this is something that started to worry me a bit. So, because I thought like there would be a bit more, some more chances in Playtika. But if I see the fact that they are since their IPO, so the IPO was, of course, here in 21 pandemic highs. So IPO should be much lower. That we, since then, we were just dropping to 0.65 billion US dollars. So PE ratio of 13. That's kind of low. Dividend yield 1.4%. Founded 2010. So, and 3,600 people probably still working there. Positive net income. Profit margin, of course, down a lot. Down. Yeah, profit margin is down a lot, definitely. So annually, positive net income. Net revenue of 2.57 billion. So what is going on there? What is the problem? If we look at the balance sheet, total assets, total liabilities going up, total assets also going up a bit. Price to book minus 11.8. Cash flow, net change in cash, positive. 2022 negative. So what's going on with this stock? So maybe I should make a deep dive here again. So at one here, it's very difficult actually now to say. It's very difficult, in my opinion, now to say if we're at the bottom of this downtrend. Probably because you don't really have any indicators from the past. So I expect it actually to continue to fall a bit more. Blerteam devastated, my friends. And I talked about this minus 20%, whoa, minus 23%. But recovered nicely, actually. So people were angry about the new Silent Hill. And if I look here on the 5-year chart, it's a fantastic 5-year chart. P ratio, okay, massively high, of course. And if you look at quarterly, positive net income, the last 3, March, June, and September, very nice. Annually, hey, since 2018, positive net income. Therefore, you see, those are the numbers. Therefore, the stock is not dropping. Therefore, the stock is actually growing. But can the stock really grow to the extent that, let's say, 25 zlotys? Can the stock be a 50 zloty gaming company? Is this possible? Are they going to have a massive hit that would allow them to also go up massively here in the market cap? 480, let's say 500 million Polish zloty market cap. If they would go in the billions of the Polish zloty market cap, it's still a small company, very small company. We will see. Yeah. And I also promised you to talk about some of the bigger companies. So Electronic Arts 5-year chart. So Electronic Arts, of course, profit much more of the bull market. Let's call it the bull market, bubble market in semiconductors. So doing fine here. But I think it's more likely Electronic Arts falls now than it will go up. Therefore, if I would buy Electronic Arts at $120, somewhere at $120, $10, $20. Yeah, 10, maybe 10 is even better. I would put an order if I would buy the stock now. And then I would even buy it down to, look at this, in 2012, wow, $13. So people made a lot of money at 900% since then. But you see, stocks can fall massively. And then you always have to think about, are you keeping the stock? Are you selling? So yeah, positive net income annually, positive net income here on the quarter. So numbers are actually not bad. And therefore the stock is up. Big American companies. Another one of the big American companies, and the company with GTA 6 that everyone is waiting for, obviously, my friends. What happened? I mean, GTA 6 not coming, that's the problem, 14%. And the numbers, I think, were also not really good. Therefore, it's, well-deserved that we were dropping the last 6 months from 117 back to 143. So maybe interesting for those of you guys, for those of you that are not invested yet in Take-Two Interactive. So would be interested to start actually thinking about this, making your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, YouTuber, information, entertainment purposes only, my friends, of course. But I think the problem is my position of Take-Two is already, in comparison to the other gaming companies, a bit too big. But on the other hand, Take-Two Interactive is also a major player in the gaming industry. They are important. So, well, if they go back to $100 again, not going to happen so quickly. Not going to happen so quickly. I don't believe this. But yeah, quarter numbers, September, June, March, were not so good. Then we're back to the VanEck Gaming ETF, and I would say I'm leaving it here, my friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video, a bit longer video. And yeah, what is the conclusion? So the gaming industry market is underperforming. There is a real issue. The restructuring programs of a lot of gaming companies is continuing. CD Projekt, Embracer, Ubisoft, for example, they're going to make even more layoffs. Microsoft made a lot of layoffs, but also a lot of other companies doing them. So some of the Japanese gaming companies are doing much better. Well, that's Japan. I mean, it's also other circumstances, and the American gaming companies are also doing okay-ish. But the biggest problem at the moment are Polish, Swedish, so European gaming companies. So there's a real issue. So this has something to do with the macroeconomic environment, meaning with the inflation, meaning consumer spending, so discretionary consumer spending. This means the spending of consumers for everything that they don't need for a living. So for example, like video games or microtransaction loot boxes, you don't need for a living. You don't eat or drink them. And then now I have my take is also a bit so the gaming companies have to find the right balance between their inclusive agenda they're following. You heard all about the Sweet Baby Incorporation case. So having a good balance between this and then also not making the majority gamers angry, because they're spending also a lot of money on games, and when they're angry, then you're going to have a problem when they're angry, because if they're not buying your games, then yeah, you cannot just only sell your games to casual gamers. But it's a culture war issue. It's a culture war issue, and I don't want to talk too much on this channel about this, because here in this channel we're here to make money, and if this makes us money, that putting some more inclusive characters in a game, hey, if it really makes more money, then why not doing it? So as a gamer, I say, so sometimes you go on my nerve with this, with your woke ideas, with your inclusivity ideas. You go on my nerves. I'm a gamer. As an investor, I say, only do it if it really makes more money, and then tell me it makes more money. Because if I don't see it makes more money, then please take it out. So I mean, that's just what I'm saying. All right, thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye. Hey, no financial advice. You heard it here.